Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today's small video is going to be about tackling the time slots, assigning the time slots to a teacher, and then trying to fix the students within a particular time slot or not. Let us continue by logging in to the account. Once we are in, the time slots are available at the middle section of the front page, right over here. This area is going to show you the different teachers that are registered on the system, especially the ones that have been assigned some teachers, some students. So we have this first teacher, second teacher, third teacher, and fourth teacher. You would realize that all of them, they have some time slots within them, except for under my name over here. So let's start off by setting up some time slots. So you can see over here this school that has been set up, it has time slots from 8:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10:30, and similarly this teacher has 9 to 10, 10 to 11. So we are going to go follow something like similar. Let's go for something like 9 to 10, 10 to 11. So this is the place where you're going to click to start the time slots, and once we do it, we have the 4 teachers. Now just to show you how it looks is setting up the time slots, if we click on this teacher, we have all these slots. We have the slot number, the start time of the slot number, end time, and how many maximum students the person can take care of in that particular slot. So now we have this particular teacher and we are adding a slot. So first we are going to set everything like slot number 1, and we want to start it off at 9 o'clock. So let's go down to 9 o'clock. This is on 24 hours. So if you're going to keep on going down, that's going to be 1920. But we want from 9 o'clock, and end time is going to be 10 o'clock. All right. And the maximum students, let's see, is going to be 3 students in this particular time. So now we have this. The first slot has been set. It's easier to make the new slot just by clicking the first one. Right, you have this set up. So now you're going to set a slot number 2, and this is going to be 10 till 11. And let's say in this particular slot the person has more time, so he can tackle for 5 students, and we are going to add that up there. So it's going to set up one student or slot number 1 and slot number 2 over here. Let's go back to the main page and see what has happened. Once we refresh this page, what do we see? That this teacher now has 2 slots. In the first slot, he has 3 students, and the second, he has a possibility of entertaining 5 students. Now, changing the students, for example, let's take this second student, Humayun, and trying to move him over to the Faisal. Under Faisal, that's going to be done, but it cannot be done over here. It will be done in the classroom management. At a later time, maybe we can look into that. However, once you have these time slots set, and you have that classroom management as well, where you can actually assign and deassign or reassign the students to multiple or another teacher, move from one teacher to another teacher, then you can do that. And let's assume this student Humayun is no longer will be coming to the school at 9 o'clock. Instead, we see that at this time the teacher can only take care of 1 student at this time. So how this time slot is going to show is, because the teacher can only take care of 1 student at this time, and there are 2 students registered in this particular time slot, it's going to show a red mark, which means the teacher is overloaded at this time. So we want to reduce the load from this teacher. What we are going to do, we are going to move him down to another place where the teacher can actually use this student, or teacher can actually move it in some place where he can actually tackle him or treat him without having to worry about overloading. So if you look down, all these slots, there is 1 student there, and if we go down here, this is a slot that is empty. So 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, so let us take him down. And when I click DN down, he's going to keep on going one step down. So we keep on holding him and keep on taking him down until he comes down to this empty slot. Okay, now the slot 1 is white as well as this slot is white. Now we want to take this fellow, another student, let's take her down, keep on taking her down, right, all the way until she reaches the last slot. And now everybody under this teacher is in their particular slot. Now obviously what will happen in our schools is one class is not going to be taking care of, or one slot is not going to take care of only one student. It would have something like 10 students at a particular given time. So you would be able to manage the student in different slots like this, and then apply them in a better way so that we don't have to worry about it. Now let us actually, although this option of classroom management is not going to be available to everyone, but let's assume it is available to you and you are managing this class. So let's see how it's going to go about. Now what I normally like to do is open this home tab into a new tab so that I can re-click this classroom management tab. That way I have the main tab or main page open while this is open as well. So once I go into the classroom management tab, I would notice that you have all these different teachers here and you have the students under them, right? So now let's look at the previous page. I want to bring this family 2 child 2 under the first slot of, or under the second slot of Faisal Niazi, right? So we are going to do that. Family 2 child 2. You find the family 2 child 2, that is right over here, which was under the teacher 2 class. You could have checked that under the teacher 2, right? Pick him up, and I want to assign him to Faisal Niazi, so I'm going to double click it. Once I double click, automatically he is going to be de-assigned from the teachers 2 and will be brought here under Faisal Niazi. Going back, if I refresh, it will be moved over into the Faisal Khan. Now the slot that he was assigned, slot number 2, automatically it goes into that particular slot. So if I want to move him up into the first slot, I can always move him up, but that's where I wanted to move him and I have moved him here. This way the entire student slot and everything has been made proper. There is no red sequence, and we can tackle with all these teachers, all these students at that time. I hope this will help managing the class and assigning and de-assigning the students as well. That can be done as well. If there are any questions, please do post in the comment section, and I will try to reply them as well. Jazakallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.